Players that Natalie Nakase and her staff were picking, a lot of international players, but she's going to have a tough time having to narrow things down on her final roster.
Touré, one of the many internationals on this Valkyries club out of France. $1:29 left to go in this fourth quarter. Taylor off the pick. Westbeld tries to keep it alive.
That's a good shot by Taylor. You know, they've got to get some shots up, as many shots as you can now with the game clock running down. Westbeld, who knocked down some threes early in the game, hasn't really had the opportunity in the second half.
McConnell stumbles, keeps the ball alive. Taylor doesn't want the pick. Floater, and one. Huge stick for Taylor. There's life left.
Well, the one thing with Taylor, too, Ann, is that, you know, she's a physical player. I mean, she's strong, and she can create contact. And there you see the defense kind of bounce off her, but good focus on finishing that shot.
Foul on Chen, making WNBA history as the first Taiwanese player to officially take the WNBA court. Ball stays alive. McConnell with the three, sticks it! Crowd into it. 2-point game, a minute left. Mercury need a stop. Ten on the shot clock right here for Van Loo. There's the high pick. Nothing there on the roll. Touré. My goodness. Touré coming to play.
Four of 9 from threes for Touré, 19 points. It was like the first game for Amiher, but a big three by McConnell.
And the answer.
And again, you cannot leave those corners open. And I'm sure watching film, a lot of film that Nate Tibbetts could go over with his team, because they'll have this week to do it before their first regular season game. And those are things that I think that the team will clean up a lot on defense, as far as who you're leaving in the corner, how much you can go over and help, and really distance-wise, and that's all about spacing.
And the closeout, not quite quick enough for Touré, who's been feeling it today.
Well, you're too far away. And Touré has knocked down 3. She's knocked down 3 before she knocked down that one. So you can't leave her. You cannot help in the lane. And I think one of the things, because of the way the rules are, is that you have to be out of the lane. You know, you don't want a defensive 3 seconds.
Sure.
And so a lot of players will hang out, and so it's tough to recover to help when somebody penetrates on the strong side.
Heck of a game, Annie. You look at this Phoenix franchise, one of the originals, against the newest franchise in the WNBA, Golden State. A little new, a little old. I'm loving it.
Yeah, and we've got Portland and Toronto coming in next year.
Bring it on.
The league keeps growing.
Touré just has been on fire. Westbeld. And now Taylor. Oh, wow. Celeste
came back.
Man.
Putting the pressure on.
Big bucket from Taylor. And the foul on Van Loo.
I don't know if Nate Tibbetts wanted that foul. There's too much time on the clock.
Correct. So I'm with you. So Taylor picks up that foul and tosses now, coming from the charity stripe for Golden State.
And these are all learning situation for the players. And that's, again, one of the things that Natalie Nakase talked about. So we've got some good veterans, but we want to give space for failure. I want these kids to fail, and it's a safe zone to make those mistakes so we can correct them.
So Van Loo with her first free throw of the game. She'll get another one. Sticks the first one. Acquired in the expansion draft from the Mystics. She is really going to help Nakase's staff.
Yeah, and expansion teams throughout the years really haven't fared so well, but this is a team, because of the veterans and how old this league is, you can't take an expansion team for granted at all.
I'm with you. I think this is going to be a fun team to watch, the Valkyries. 82-77, they lead with 26.3 left.
Now, see, I would have loved to have seen Taylor turn on that. She had the shot. That's not a bad play either, getting it to Brown, but a good foul by the Valkyries and putting her at the free throw line. She only shot a little over 66% from the free throw line last year. But, you know, Taylor's got to turn and look and be aggressive on the offensive end because she is a good three-point shooter.
Bibby got her, so Brown will toe the line. 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Obviously, boy, she's got to stick them both. First one is good.
Back in the game for the Valkyries, number 31.
Linskin's back in for the Valkyries.
One.
Hit them both.
Got a nice shot.
Here comes the heat. Toure across the timeline. Valkyries trying to protect the lead.
Now he wants to foul. They
You got to
can't
foul
catch him.
now. And with 3.9 left, finally,
Foul charge number 15.
And
Poindexter.
a young team in there. They've got to listen to the coach. They've got to know time and situation of the clock.
Julie Van Loo at the line, shooting 2.
so Van Loo, the veteran, 2 for 2. Oh, that's a big one right there.
Game for Golden State, number 2, Caitlin Chen.
With Chen back in.
Well, they were down 15, and that third quarter for them really turned things around. It wasn't just that they took care of the basketball. They only had that 1 turnover, but they forced 6 turnovers in that third quarter against Phoenix.
Timeout.
And Golden State scoring so many points off of those turnovers. That's been the story of the game, Annie. All right, 84-79, 3.9 seconds left. Credit the Valkyries coming from way back. They're looking to seal the deal. Back in just a moment. Good look at second-year head coach Nate Tibbetts. It'll be interesting to pick his brain as to what his takeaways are in this game, Annie.
We'll
Final
see what
seconds.
happens.
Yep. Westbeld not there at the buzzer. And credit Golden State, who trailed by a bunch in that third quarter, coming back to win this one 84-79.
Yeah, I think a big difference too is the bench, and certainly
Pretty darn good, but Nate, again, giving a lot of players a look to see what they can bring to make this squad.
and he's still trying to find the rhythm with, you know, who works really well together. I think he's pretty set on his starting 5 as long as they stay healthy. That's going to be a big thing too with this Valkyrie team.